So the environment of the darkroom retreat basically was a facility that was able to occupy 40 plus participants, including myself. And you basically had the option of having a single room, a shared room, either two people to a room or even three people to that room. Since I was looking primarily for a darkroom retreat that was in line with the typical darkroom retreat, where it's just you and you're kind of isolated, I opted for the single room. And so that way there was more seclusion to the overall experience that I was looking for. For some other people, I think being able to have a shared room, if you're, especially if you're going there with some friends, or even just not partaking in the full kind of experience of like what a dark room would be if you were just kind of isolated. It would be good to just have some other people or strangers with you, just so that it's kind of like an introduction to the overall dark room experience in of itself. The facility itself was 2 stories, and so all the rooms basically were on the exterior perimeter of the facility. And then within the middle would be this center area where there was a bunch of yoga mats and pillows and blankets that all the participants can basically sit down at. And then that's essentially where they would be doing the Qigong sessions as well as any instructional sessions that the master teacher would be discussing. And so that was more or less the facility in of itself. Um, from my perspective, and this is my opinion, the communal aspect took some portion of the overall darkroom experience away from it being more or less internal, because you did have a bunch of people with you experiencing the same thing, and so there'd be emotion outside of your room, especially during the waking hours when they were doing like qigong exercises in the morning or evening, as well as during the meal times that we would have, and then the instructional session with the master teacher, which usually lasted somewhere between like 4 to 5 hours, just depending on kind of the flow. And so that was basically the overall environment when you were not inside your room by yourself.